Well, hello guys, my name is TreeBurgers and welcome to Trailmakers. So Trailmakers is not a game that we have looked at before, but I am pretty darn excited for this. So, that over there is a dragster. It's not any kind of dragster. It is the dragster that the game supplies us with when we first enter the race island on Trailmakers, and basically the race island has a bunch of different challenges for us, one of them being to create a dragster and race against other players all around the world. Now this also means that we have ourselves a leaderboard, and since this leaderboard is filled with some pretty hefty times, as you can see right here, well then, we got quite a lot of work to do. So the goal for today will be to start with this and then see how we can improve this and make a proper dragster out of this, because there is quite a lot that we can do about this. But first, before we get into all of that, let's just take this step by step and just go through the building process here before we do anything else. So in Trailmakers, there are a few things that we have to be careful about. One of those being the aerodynamics. And if you just press this button up here, well then we get all of these lovely looking green and red and sometimes yellow arrows. And basically what these show us is that this shows us the aerodynamics of our vehicle.
This is big brain time.
And from this, you should already be able to tell that yes, the vehicle that the game has provided us with is not in ideal shape. So let's just go ahead and delete that. So I'm thinking that we're going to start off as simple as possible here. First things first, we need ourselves a cockpit, and just in an effort to try to get this somewhat centered, we're just going to bring that in here. There we are. So the cockpit is, I think, one of the lightest, at least, also with a very, very good aerodynamics. So we're going to go for that one. And then we have a go-kart seat, which we could also use, but I'm quite happy about the cockpit here. Next up, we need some frames. We're gonna just be putting a couple of small frames in here, and to those frames we also need ourselves a bit of steering. Now we need a steering hinge, just put that there, and then we need another steering hinge there, because with those, well then we can put wheels on here and we can actually steer those wheels, and that's a good thing. Now the wheel selection is rather big, but I do not know what will be the best, so I am pretty tempted to just go for the lightest solution here, that is not a freaking bicycle wheel, like just no. So we're gonna put a couple of go-kart wheels on here, but we can also now see that this actually creates a few issues. Well, we can do something about those issues, so we need to cover up our wheels here with something, just so that we can improve the aerodynamics here a little bit. And I think if we go in here, well then we should be able to find, I do believe that we might want to just put one more of these, so we're just gonna bung those in there. And then if we go and get some aerodynamics here and we just find ourselves a wedge. Wait, what am I trying to do here? I think I'm trying to do this. There we are. So I think we need these struts to go all the way out here. I don't even know if we can rotate this. If we rotate it like that, well, will it go down here? Oh, it will. Well, that's convenient. So if you just select that and then we copy it and we move one more over here, then we should have the entire front covered with frames. So now we can just grab these wedges and, well, I'm unsure what I'm trying to do here, but I think it's something along the lines of this. Maybe even just rotate this around. Now that is looking mighty good. So if we just copy that and we just copy it again and bring that over here, then we copy these three. There we are. We also rotate them. We have to bring them up here and put those there, because now, well, we got ourselves some pretty decent aerodynamics. This is looking pretty good. Now, the most important thing about this is definitely installing the right engine here. And one of the beautiful things about Trailmakers, well, that is the fact that we can install pretty much endless engines on here. Since I have no idea how strong this engine is, well, I think we're just gonna start with that one, and then we can always add more. But that thing is actually not connected right now, but we can do something about that quite easily. So if you just go ahead and grab ourselves another frame, well then, bam, just like that, this thing is now connected. We need to copy this and just bring it to the other side, because I think we're just gonna grab another wheel and put that on there. So going for that go-kart wheel once more. And then, I mean, you would look at this and think, well, this is ready for testing, but I still think we can do just a few more things to keep this going. Because not only do we have to think about our aerodynamics, but we also have to think about our downforce. And if we don't think about our downforce, well, then I think we're gonna have a bad time. So the good thing about this game, though, is that it provides a wide variety of spoilers that we can add onto our ride. Now, we need to connect that there, but how do we do that in a way that does not disrupt our aerodynamics? That is the real question. So I'm thinking if we grab this and we rotate it, no, and then we move this forwards and maybe put that there, then we copy this and do the same thing over here. And then finally, we're just gonna grab some of these smaller struts right here and put, I think, one there, and then we're gonna copy that as well, put one there, But now we created some more downforce issues for our ride over here, but we can also do something about those. So if we just go ahead and grab ourselves a wedge again, and we rotate this just a couple times and put that one there. And we got ourselves version 1 of our drag car here. So I'm gonna exit the builder, just bring the car down, go into it, and we're gonna go to the starting zone. And let's just try to drive this, and I think I can already now tell that this is, well, I mean, this is not really what I was expecting. I think that's the best way to put it. But you see, this is Trailmakers, so there are solutions to our issues here if we suffer any of these issues. And one of those solutions, well, that's jet engines. And what's not to like about jet engines? All right, and there we are. So I think progression is gonna be the keyword here, because I have a temptation to just go absolutely nuts with this and add like 500 engines to this immediately, but I don't feel like we get the full experience if that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna keep it at this for now. Let's see what these jet engines can do for us, and hopefully they'll provide us with the speed to just climb the leaderboard just a little bit more. All right, so we have some other shadows going here, and these are the like 24,119th position, and I think we actually just overtook them. So we did go for a little bit of a better time. We just advanced 8,000 positions, and we're now top 21,911th. There's still a little bit of way to go, judging by the fact that the number 1 at the moment has done this in less than half a second. I mean, how did we get to there? And if you were at that exact moment screaming,
"More engines?"
well then yes, I got you. So I just tried installing 3 more engines just to get an idea of what this can do. And I think already now I can say that, well, this is definitely faster. We're doing 300 already. Can we just get another boot? Oh, yes, we can. 380. What was that? 7.5 seconds, but 8,246. Let's see. Leaderboard. Oh, right. And now I figured that, well, every time we do this, then we add more energy to the car. And when we add more energy to the car, we also do go into a different league. So, well, I was debating if we should stay inside of the league, but I also feel like the most obvious answer to that question is a big fat nope. Who in their right mind does not like their jet engines multiplied and then multiplied some more? And after you haven't multiplied those, well, then you multiply them just a little bit more. And well, while this engine does look cool, yes, it's just not very efficient. So I'm just going to remove that for a bit. And what's even better about this is the fact that if we just put this engine in here instead, well, then we can have so many more engines in here. All right, so I did just go ahead and install a couple extra engines. I just redesigned the back a bit, so we now have 4 engines at the back. We have 3 engines at the front, and we have... oh my god, okay, that thing is... I mean, we can barely even turn this because it's so fast. Can we get out of here now? Am I stuck? I mean, we have... well, let's just go in here again. Oh my god, this thing is actually way too fast. What if you use the boosters? We're already doing 3... wait, don't tell me we're topping up at 330. Okay, there we are. Good. So 420 kilometers per hour. We did in less than 7 seconds, but now we're also into a new league, so now we're only the 13,417. How much energy can we use here? Let's just see. So I think we're supersonic league, so we can go up to a total of 30 energy. Can we do this any better? I feel like we can, to be honest with you. So if we just now go ahead and, well, delete this. There we are, because we're using quite a lot of energy on jets at the moment. And to be honest with you, I feel like, well, I don't know if the downforce is just slowing us down. Do we even want any of that? I think we're better off by just cutting all of that away. So I want to say that this is better, but I'm not sure about it. But we're just going to boost out here immediately. So we have more engines on here now, which means that our base speeds should be better. We hit 440 there, which is actually not too bad. And this time was definitely better than before. Let's see, 10,452. I'm still not happy about that. Okay, so I gave it a new shot because I really just want to go super fast here. We need to see just how quick we can get. And I don't know if I overdid it. But I have this theory that since... wait. Okay, I think we need some bigger wheels on this because honestly, we're just pulling wheel spin and we have 0 grip. Oh, what do we do then? Well, we get rid of this. And let's just see, we have a racing grip or a racing wheel, which should supposedly give us more grip. So, I mean, it would make sense if that thing is just a little bit better than the regular go-kart wheel, because the go-kart wheel might just honestly be getting too small. So if we just grab the racing wheel here, there we are. And we add one over here too. I don't want to go for the drag racing wheels because, well, it just looks so huge. Let's just see if this is... Okay, this is so much... Oh my god, that acceleration. So my theory is that with all of these extra jet engines, well then hopefully we don't even have to worry about the fact that they overheat, because I'm praying that we're going to be in goal by the time that our boost runs out. Alright, so let's do this and get out of here. Why am I so slow? I feel like we haven't upgraded at... Oh god. We did improve our time just a little bit, but I have no idea what league we're in now. Space League. Okay, so that's just an infinite amount of boosters. I can work with that. So, yeah. I did a thing. And I don't know if this was a clever thing to do. It also doesn't really look like it's working. Or, well, it does to some extent look like it's working. But it's also scraping the ground quite a lot. Let's just see. What did we finish here? Leaderboard. Well, still pretty terrible. So that should be possible to do just a little bit better. Okay, yeah, I'll admit it. I went for the saying, if it's stupid and it works... It ain't stupid, because this is, when you first look at it, pretty darn stupid, but I mean, if it works, then I'm fine with it. Oh god, it feels like we're really just scraping the ground here big time. Wait, okay, we are really scraping the ground here big time, but we're also accelerating like absolutely no tomorrow. So I actually think what might be happening right now is the fact that we might have too much downforce, because our ride is really just wanting to bump into the ground constantly. So what if we did something else instead, and we go for, let's say we go for this wedge right here. Well, then we spin that one around and put it right here. I'm thinking in theory, if we just go ahead and grab this and we copy it and then we move it all the way in here. Then we do that one more time, put that there, then we should be able to get this, copy this, rotate it around, and copy this as well. And then we should have full aerodynamics all over the place. We do even have just a couple more engines, and hopefully this will create just a little bit more lift, so we don't scrape on the ground, but rather we hopefully just accelerate. Right, so we're going for a different strategy now, because I think we made it too tall and that was just simply not good. So we need to go for a lower design. So I'm going to bring these up again. And I think we want to keep these, I don't know, somewhere around here. Maybe that should be all right. We also need to just have a quick look at our front wedge here, because it's not really working out the way that we needed to. And we needed to cover these bits as well. It's definitely not doing that at the moment. Right, so that is the front wheels fixed, but we still need to fix this bit right here. Okay, so test number, I don't even know which number we made it to at this point, but it feels like our acceleration definitely is better now than it was before. I just want to wait a little bit before we run the boosters, and I think right about now would be a very good time. And it looks like we just... Okay, 570. I don't know if that's our best. Okay, our personal best is actually 551 at the moment, so there still must be some things we can do better. What if we just boost immediately? Let's try that. All right, and we boost, and we're definitely off to a quick start. That looks like it. Oh my god, this thing is pulling 520. That's better. Oh, and we just made it to 19,203. So at this point, I honestly don't even know if there is anything that we can improve. We're gonna try with some more jet engines, but I also think there's a fine balance between not being too aggressive with the stuff that we put on here. Oh my god. Because some of the people we just raced there are very fast. Right, so I think I got about one more trick up my sleeve, and I'm really hoping that this works. So what have you just gone ahead and do here is... Wait, actually, you know what? I think we can just squeeze another engine in here. So if we just grab this and we rotate it and we bring it down one. Well, yes, we can. Beautiful. There we are. So I think that's about the amount of engines that we will be getting. Also, let's just bring these down for symmetry purposes. But this is now very low. We also now have 4 extra wheels in here. So we're running a total of 8 wheels. I'm hoping that that's just going to bring our ride up high enough here. I actually don't know, but let's just see. Am I missing something with my rear tires here? I think I am. No wonder we're scraping. I have no idea how I didn't notice that before, but we have so much acceleration now. I'm very excited to see where this will take us. It looks like we're coming up quite all right here to the finish line. Jesus, some of those are very fast. That was a 506 though, which almost brought us into the top 10k. You know, I just want to give it another shot and just see what happens if we use up. Okay. Never mind. So what I wanted to say is that I wanted to see what happened if we used our boost at the very last second, but it looked like we made it out of the starting line there very fast. 491. Just with this ride, we can actually improve our time quite a lot. Okay, now let's see what happens if we use the booster at the very end. Oh god, I'm bad at this. All right, so this is a pretty good start this time. I don't really know when it's a good time to use the boost. If we're gonna try now, 493, so that was not quicker. Let's just give it one more shot and see if we can bring it below 490 if we get the launch completely perfect here. Ooh, I think we have some good speed out of the starting grid this time. And that was not very fast, 501. Okay, I think we got out of the starting line quite well this time. 483. So we made it into the top 10k. Now I'm too intrigued now, so we're gonna have to just go down here, and what if we just copy this section onto the back of the ride, and let's see if this benefits us, or if we just get heavier, because then that's not really ideal. Right, so near perfect launch this time. We did forget to use our boosters, so a 484, and that was even with a bad run. I definitely think this just helped us. All right, this is perfect. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. I cannot even see the competition. A 453. We made it into top 5k now. Well, you know what I'm gonna be doing now. We do have to see if we can do just anything about the boosters here, but I actually think if we just bring these all the way up, then we should have room for one more set. So I just made the last adjustments to it. I don't think we're gonna get it any better than it is right now, besides the fact that we just continuously extend this, but I mean... Let's go for a final drive in this. Oh god, we gotta get that timing right. All right, I think this is perfect. Yes, it is. Nah, we were still cricket before, but we hit that one before so freaking quickly. So if anything, this is gonna be the run. Did we get in front of that 453 again? So I don't know if now it just feels like this thing is never getting faster no matter how much we try, but I wonder if we just, I mean, we could move all of this thing up, and then if we just grab, well, this section and we copy it onto as well. This thing is just getting bigger and bigger. I don't know if that's a good idea, but let's see what happens. All right, boost away. I think we hit a limit now where it's just getting too big compared to what's even worth to do. I was 470, so that's not really very, very good. Right, we're gonna give this one more shot to see if we can get that timing right. Well, apparently not. So if anything, this should be the run, simply just because I had like the picture perfect start here. So I think we might have just beat it. 441, almost top 3k. That was very good. Well, we're in the top 2% of the people in this race. But I also really don't think we're gonna get this any better, because I have no idea how to. And well, on that note, that was it for the very first episode of Trailmakers. Do let me know down below what you think about this, and I will see if we should do some more on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe until next time. Bye bye.